According to Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, as of right now in the United States, there are 376,508 cases of people that are living with or in remission from leukemia. This means a tenth of 1% has it in the population of people who are living in the United States. Every day, we hear about people and their diabetes or their cholesterol levels being high, but no one ever talks about leukemia. Leukemia is a blood disease that is projected to affect more than 60,000 people in 2020. And out of that bunch of people that are affected by it, one third or 20,000 people are projected to die. The survival rate is 61.1%. And with a lot of diseases, the average is above 75%. We already know that that's not acceptable, but we aren't doing nothing about it. There are still 30% that are dying every year due to the lack of tests and knowledge we have for this disease. A lot of stuff we need to know about leukemia is unknown due to the lack of research and funds our country and states have provided for our foundations and programs that are trying to crack down on this blood disease. People are dying and suffering every day, not knowing if they're going to survive or live. I know firsthand because my dad was part of the statistic in 2019. We didn't even know he had it until he was rushed to the hospital and put in intensive care unit. My dad went to the doctors every 3 months, and they never caught it until it was spreading rapidly. This is really sad because as a country, we have the money and time to spend it on malls, freeways, and other priceless things and objects, but we cannot spend it on things that people need. The solution is better. The solution is better testing and researching on this blood disease night and day. No more going to bed thinking if I'm going to wake up. No more worrying about death, and no more putting families in trauma. I want to spend out and find new tests to make a broad spectrum of tests for us to use as a country. That would drastically increase the survival rates. This testing, the testing is a huge aspect of it because we would need to find out who carries it, how it works, is it carried through genetics, what in our current environments causes particular blood disease, and a lot more. Right now, we only know a quarter of this equation to solve the overall problem. With these details, we could span out and branch out to find cures for all types of leukemia. With this knowledge of this disease, we could spread the word country and worldwide. Another solution is better therapy so the patients who are diagnosed with leukemia have a better chance of surviving. There are a lot of different therapies that work, but I want a more effective and less damaging types of therapy so that after the patient survives, they are not permanently damaged. Also, cures that would help permanently wipe the disease away. No reoccurrence. That means that this disease would never show up again, and that would be fantastic. But that comes with a lot of people putting their brain knowledge and brains together like we are doing present day with this coronavirus vaccine. Imagine the world being leukemia free. A world where we do not have to worry about dying from an unexpected disease that the world doesn't know how to properly treat to certain extents. Everybody would be surprised on how much this helps our country out. That one disease would be knocked out of the whole equation, and there would be many more diseases that we could put our focus on. If we accomplish such a thing, that will go down in history. That and our generation will be the ones who successfully accomplished that milestone. Even though this disease isn't a huge one that affects our country drastically, people still suffer from this. And if we don't accomplish this, and I'm not talking about finding a cure right now, I'm talking about making this a major priority for this country to find new innovative ways to test, prepare, and treat this disease. But if we don't, then we will see an uprise/increase of deaths. The remission timeline will be shorter, and the people see the recurrence of this horrible disease a lot more often. Everybody doing their part, helping the foundation or organizations find better tests, therapies, and even cures, with the exception of paying forth a little bit of money. It doesn't have to be a lot. Anything helps, really. Everybody would enjoy their days because they know that they helped the family out that is battling something life-threatening. With this, they will feel more appreciative of life. They will not take anything for granted. And every time a person is in remission, the company they donated to keeps them in contact with them, and this is a major benefit because they know when someone is healed, they know when they helped prevent the disease from spreading, and lastly, they help the survival rates go up. With that being said, I encourage all of my viewers to contact local governments to make sure they are putting sufficient funds into the programs that are trying to crack down on this horrific disease, pushing the government to fund programs that are better, and also giving special organizations your money and your time, and also your voice. We all have a voice. Let's unite and put this horrible disease to stop.